Jesus Thomas the Twin. I've been following Jesus with this group for a while now. And I used to fish with some of these others even before we began following him. I'll tell you what I say is true when I say that I've always been careful and cautious. I want to be certain of my actions. I usually demand proof before believing. I want to see what I'm getting into before committing myself. I'll admit to you that at times my faith has wavered. But I'm not just a man of doubt, as some would say about me. On the contrary, I think at times I've shown some daring. I recall when Mary and Martha sent word that their brother, Lazarus, was dead. Jesus turned to us and said, "Let us go to him." We knew of the rising opposition to the Master. Some of the other apostles didn't want to go to Bethany. They shrank from the perceived danger. And I stood up and I rebuked all of them, saying, "Let us also go with him, that we may die with him." See, my devotion to Jesus is sincere. A lot of people always remember my doubts and forget my narrative. Remember the questions and forget the affirmations. Remember my fear and forget my faith. How well I remember the Beatitudes that Jesus spoke on the Mount during the first year of his public ministry. And in my mind, I can still see him rebuking the wind and calming the waves on stormy Galilee as we cried out, "Master, help us." He followed this up with rebuke for us because of our lack of faith. See, Jesus never misses an opportunity to teach us or draw us into a deeper faith in God. I've seen him heal the sick, opening the eyes of the blind, causing the deaf to hear anew, and even cleansing the outcast lepers. Most importantly, I've heard him talk about the arrival of the kingdom of God, and what that means for us, his followers. And I've heard him share this good news with the people whose souls are crying out all around us. Yet opposition has arisen. And Jesus' enemies are determined to see him destroyed. Jesus, who would bring us all up to God, while these enemies want to cut God down to our own size. And now tonight, as we're joyfully celebrating this Passover meal, he says that even amongst us, the chosen 12, that there's a traitor, an enemy. Is he speaking of me? Have I failed the Master somehow? When I search my heart, I ask, is it I? Is it I?